You guys go to the fair?
Yeah, I went on Saturday. You go to the fair?
No, I was too broke.
Oh, yeah.
See any hot girls?
Yeah, I seen this one chick. I was riding a ride with her.
Shit.
But, by the end of the night, I lost her.
Hey, what the fuck?
Come on, that's too fast, guy.
Hey guys, I don't think this is a good idea.
Shut the fuck up, Paul.
What do you know?
Man, let me see the sign then.
What do you know?
Fuck that guy, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we should go.
What do you know? Whatever you say is going to my brain. I just wanna feel myself. I just don't wanna feel no pain. It feels like there's no way for me to escape this struggle in my life. I just wanna switch some lanes. All these faces are the same, but their personalities have changed. I just wanna stack some guap. I just wanna break the bank. I might do this by myself. I don't need nobody's help. I just wanna flex some ice. I just wanna build my wealth. Hey, good state of mind coming straight from the week. I've been grinding hard, been busting my teeth. After all this shit, I should be in higher leagues. Yeah.
Welcome to my world, bitches. My name's Isaiah. I live on the Azteca Reserve. There's not much going on here, but I got my boys. My brother Nolan, Paul, and there's Paul's brother Adam. He's a dick, but he's part of the crew. He wants to walk around and do nothing. One day, I'll move to the city, get me a fine-ass bitch, work at anything in the week, food on the weekend. Things are good now. They'll be great later.
Hey, did you even boil this water?
No, I thought tonight would be a good night to poison everyone. Of course I boiled the water.
Okay.
Damn it.
Watch your mouth.
But is damn it a bad word?
Watch your mouth.
Okay, so what are the bad words again? Damn it.
Stop.
Gosh, you're just trying to figure it out.
Hey Dad, tell us a story.
Yeah, from when you were not old.
So what? You know how it goes. Give us a subject.
Trains. Do you have any stories about trains?
Of course Dad has a story about trains. It was when your mom and I were first dating. Uncle Chuck had got me a job in Saskatchewan, and I'd never been to Saskatchewan before. And I would have married your mom at that time too and taken her with me, but she already had Big Son at that point, and I just didn't really have the money at the time. She had that single mother look in her eye. I know she wasn't messing around, but I was afraid that when I was gone, Uncle Bob was gonna swoop right in and sweep her off her feet.
Oh, really?
What? He was a good-looking guy back then.
Oh, please.
My favorite gal drove me to the Winnipeg train station. We kissed and cuddled, and I thought, could this be it? Could this be love? And after that was a series of bad omens. You know my thing about when you look at your watch and what time it is, right? If it's 4:11,
Ask a question.
if it's 7:11,
Get a Slurpee.
and if it's 9:11,
Then you've made a mistake.
right, a mistake. There was a man on the train that asked me what time it was. It was 9:11. So that was bad omen number one. Bad omen number two, I saw a priest. Bad omen number three, the priest was reading from the book of Revelations. Pretty soon, the distance between your mother and I became too much to bear. All I could do was just lay down and sing the songs that she used to sing to me. I did that all the way to Brandon. Then, as we were passing through Brandon, I met a guy named Brandon. After that, everything seemed to be a lot better.
Did you turn around right away and go back to Mom?
No, I actually, as much as I wanted to, I had to stay for a couple months. But eventually I did come back because I was afraid Uncle Bob was going to sneak right in and steal your mom away from me. Yeah, come here, son. Getting big, boy. Oh, damn it, boy. Oh. Stop farting on me now. You know I hate it when you do that all the time. You're not funny over there.
It's Nolan.
No, get in here. I just finished something for you.
What is it?
It's a code. Remember last time when I went to my dad's, Mom went through all my Facebook messages because she thought I'd be drinking and impregnating young ladies.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna write to you, but only in code. Keep this on you at all times. You're the only one that knows about it.
Really? Only me?
I want to see if you can figure it out. There's a practice note.
We had a couple of hours to kill. Brad called up some chick he knew. Her name was Amelia, and she brought her friends Ming and Derby. They were all beautiful dancers who wrote and performed their own musicals. Talking to 3 girls is my specialty. I do better than talking with one. Within a few hours, I had a great connect with Derby. When we weren't talking, we stared at each other and smiled. She was a little taken aback when I told her about my girlfriend. I was not at all taken aback when she told me about her husband. I would have whisked her away right there, but I like to keep my options open. Outside the bar at the end of the night, they offered us hugs as a token replacement for lifelong friendship. For I knew I would never see them again. Man, that was like from a real book.
Thank you.
Did it really happen last time you went?
Yeah, that's just one of my adventures though. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it next time I go.
Shit, man. That guy in the van earlier was just an asshole, man. We should be out there shooting him. Kidding. Let's try to get like a rabbit or something. Maybe some gophers.
Try to get a bear.
Oh,
A bear.
little pea shooter like this. Fuck. That'd be bad though.
Fucking hungry though.
Fuck, for real, man. I could go for a good munch.
Hey guys, I think I see a rabbit over there.
Where?
By that brush over there.
Oh, okay.
Alright, it's your turn, alright? Take the shot. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there you go. King of the woods over here. You got it. Rabbit stew for everybody.
Okay.
Wait. He's not dead.
This guy.
Hey, what the hell? It was dead. So much for rabbit stew. I'm not eating it now. Hey, Adam.
What the fuck? Paul, you gonna let your friend do that? Piece of shit, brother.
Yeah, I know you are.
Just talking about Paul.
Yeah, I know you're talking about yourself. I get it. Careful what you do, Adam. I'm not like your brother. Oh, it's a wonderful day, boys. You can wrap some sticks up in a cloth like this. Just wrap it up. You can pour a little gasoline on it. Make sure you don't get anything on yourself, though. For a safety precaution, a little gas strap.
Nice.
Yeah. Keep this on you. You should always have some fire on you.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
What you listening to?
A really old school song.
Can I listen?
Yeah, sure, pal.
See the world, there's such a lot of world to see.
Can I hear?
Of course.
Waiting round the bend.
This is sad.
It's nothing I ever heard before. Where'd you hear it?
When I was at my dad's in Winnipeg, his roommate had a whole bunch of old school movies. He ditched out and didn't pay rent, so my dad's like keeping them hostage till he gets paid. And I brought a bunch home, so that song was in my favorite one.
Give me that.
Wider than a
Come on, man. All your music sucks.
Well, what do you listen to that's so good?
Gangster rap all day, every day. 'Cause I'm a fucking real native. Not like you fucking guys. Fuck, no one still listens to Kurt Cobain. I don't listen to everyone that kills themselves.
Kurt Cobain didn't even kill himself. He was murdered.
Kid, he was a whiny pussy. Sad kid. Sad life.
Hey, this is my impression of Kurt Cobain.
Oh, and I'm Courtney Love.
Whoa, what the fuck? You're a fucking brother.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
fucking dead right now.
Very
You're not even supposed to be doing that. What the fuck? You're not supposed to pull that shit every fucking day. You should never grab that shit, man.
So, I'm on my way to Winnipeg to visit my dad for the summer. Paul asked me to stay. He said he needed me. Man, that guy can be such a girl. And I told him so. I think I hurt his feelings. I was still a little mad at him for almost shooting me. I gave everyone hugs and wished them goodbye. I'm a little worried about Nolan. I'm the only reason he gets out of the house. I don't know what he's gonna do without me for the whole summer. I bet he'd be pretty bored.
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Car ma vie, car mes joies, aujourd'hui, ça commence avec toi.
Such a fucking loser. You should let me use the computer.
No. I said no.
Oh, really?
What do you need it for?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna dance next summer. Dance every weekend. I'm gonna dance next summer. Gonna have a lot of girlfriends. Yeah, I'm gonna dance next summer. Dance every week.
Hey, I bet I could get Lizzie to give me a hand job.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Lizzie! Come here. Hey, do you think you'd give me a hand
Sure.
job?
You gross.
Wait. Where are you going? Hey, I need a ride. Can we double? Where are you going? She ugly anyways. Why'd you let me do that anyway?
Yeah, we were just having fun, eh?
But you like Lizzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop being a bitch, man. Girls like it when you go after them. So, don't be a pussy.
Alright then.
Yeah, like the other day, Nolan and his friend were just bugging the crap out of me. Even yelling when I was trying to bike away. Yeah. Nolan. Hey Nolan, would you like a granola bar? It's cake flavored.
Damn it, Brooke. Our kids are fine.
No, Chad. This is a disease. You can't guarantee their safety.
What are they saying?
I don't know. I'm not really good at reading lips.
We can't be here anymore.
What? Are you serious? This is our home.
Let me try.
I don't want to bury my kids.
Oh my God.
They're talking about a bull.
No, I don't think they're saying bull. Like, I think they're saying Paul.
Why? Why would they be fighting about Paul?
I don't know.
Hey, it's Isaiah. If I'm not answering, it's because I got better things to do, or I ran out of minutes.
Hey Isaiah, it's Nolan. I'm calling to let you know that Paul, he I don't really know how to say this, but he's dead, man, or passed away or whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to let you know.
If you're happy with your message, hit 1.
I put on a brave face. I made jokes. I laughed. It felt good to believe that I didn't control my thoughts. But I knew it was my fault. I knew he needed me.
What's up?
What's up, bro? Come on in. What's up? Hey. I'm busy. Go away. Stop. Go away. Fuck off.
Hey, Nolan. Where's Isaiah?
Well, he's at basketball practice, I think.
No, he hasn't showed up again all day. You okay, Nolan? Hey, wait a minute. Class starts in 5 minutes. Where are you going? You can't leave. Come on.
Hey, where the hell is Isaiah? Oh, he hasn't been at school all day. What the hell is that smell? It smells like shit in here. Just go away. Call the frickin' RCMP. No, just call the fucking RCMP.
Where's Nolan?
In his room, or maybe in the bathroom. Smells like farts in here.
What?
Smells like farts.
It was just me, hon.
Where's Nolan?
Brooke?
No.
It was me.
Where's Nolan?
Brooke? It was just me.
Nolan!
Brookie!
You know what we said about closed doors? Nolan!
Okay. I'm not hungry.
Honey, it's supper time.
I'm not hungry.
Damn it, Nolan. You been sleeping in here?
Yeah?
How do you know nobody's supposed to be sleeping in here anymore?
Why is that?
Because this is where...
The mystery is, like, we all know Isaiah didn't kill himself. Like, how did he die? That's a fascinating question to me. Like, his cell phone was found over there, so that tells me he was holding it out like this and dropped it unexpectedly, and it was all just some sort of accident. The cops couldn't get into his phone. If they could, I bet we'd just find a funny skit that went wrong.
Damn it, Nolan. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
And if I'm gonna solve the mystery, I need to be in here.
Shut your mouth! Please stop, okay? Okay? Stop. No one can sleep in here. No one can sleep in here anymore, okay?
But I have to if I'm gonna figure it out.
can't fight with you right now.
That works with me. Have a nice supper. Come with me.
Okay, what are you doing?
Which one's your room?
We can't go in there. My kid sister's sleeping.
Let's get out of here.
Get out of here?
Yeah, Robert's tree.
The kissing tree. I'm watching my little sister. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I have something to show you.
That's really funny.
It's art.
You didn't wake up the whole time you were doing that? Like, he looks really trashed. Does he do this a lot?
No. Some things just set him off. Like the other day, a movie about nuns came on. He left for 2 days and came back like this.
Was he gonna kill you when he wakes up?
No, he's not angry. He's just really sad. Like, I was thinking about you when I made this art piece.
Me?
Yeah, it represents something heartbroken, covered up. Nolan, I know about your brother. And I know you need somebody to talk to, and I'd like to be that person.
If you really want to help me.
Oh my God.
Hey, your fly's open.
Well, I was joking, by the way. Yeah. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
This is my impression of Robin Williams.
Doors have to be open. Nolan!
Okay, I swear this isn't
What are you doing?
actually... Look.
No. You are so lucky. You're lucky you didn't tie it on very well. You're lucky I was there.
It was an experiment.
Nolan.
You can't make me leave my own home over an experiment. Me slipping actually just proves...
Nolan, just stop, please. Do you know what an epidemic is?
It's like a disease that spreads, like in that movie with Matt Damon.
Do you know what smallpox is?
It's a disease all the old Indians got.
This is our smallpox. I have to get you out of here before you get it.
Mom, you have to hear me.
You know what I remember today? It's so strange what will just pop in your memory. You had a book that had what all the baby animals are called. So I'd read a baby dog is, and you'd say a puppy. I'd say a baby cat is, and you'd say a kitten. Well, we got to rabbits, and I said a baby rabbit is, and you said a rabbi. That story makes me laugh. I don't want it to make me cry.
Yeah, now it's time to tell you something. Best believe it wasn't easy climbing up from the bottom, put the
thought I'd be the one that they wanna see. Sickest native on the beat, so when they look at me, something good is what it seems. I stay astounded, make it rain like it's cloudy. Now the weather keeps on changing, can't do a thing about it. Gotta get it up every time you fall down, cause there'll always be a time when nobody's around. Sympathy never helps, quick slide is the sound. Gotta make it, never break it, can't be counting it out. Feels like number one chances, keep on passing, skills progressing, and I'm still standing. A lone soldier, put the world on my shoulders, guaranteed I won't be slow with killing speed, twice over. Another long day, light up, just blaze, eyes closed, halfway, time slows its pace. I'm looking out, not to be a victim down, gotta take the time, but still, it's trying to kill me.
Long days trying to kill me, make me hate the rhythm feeling. All the blood, sweat, and tears, I gotta take the time, survive until I'm right.
Make it out, no matter what it takes. If you try, break me down, in the end, I'll remain in one.
Hey, it's a new person.
FOB, fresh off the bus.
Fresh isn't a word I'd use to describe the bus.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually. This one time I put my hand in between the seats and found someone's booger collection.
Gross. I'm Tanya.
Oh, I'm Nolan. Harper.
I know you. You're from some Manitoba res. You're gonna be in the reconciliation program with us.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it though.
Oh, it's really cool actually. We get to learn about our culture. We get to write journal entries about it, and then we go out and teach people.
It sounds way better than school.
Yeah. You want some company to your auntie's house?
Yeah. What's that over there?
Oh, people have been placing those around town.
It's like goody graffiti.
Yeah. I seen this one where it said, "You are loved." So of course, I hugged the post. It didn't hug back. All right, well, this is your auntie's place. I'll see you later at school. Peace out.
Yeah.
Get the fucking doors! Dale! Lola! Shit!
Hello, Nolan. I'm really glad you're here, but I'm in a shit mood and I got an essay due tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to give you the warm welcome. I want to, but it's just not in the cards tonight. Your room's upstairs on the right. Welcome to Fort Qu'Appelle.
Hi.
Oh, hey Nolan.
Oh, you got your own phone? Cool.
Yeah, of course I do. I'm 14. You don't have a phone?
My brother Isaiah had one that his dad got him, but he let me use it sometimes. We never really had internet on the phones on the res though.
Well, he's not using it now. Why don't you use it?
I had a lock on it and the cops couldn't get into it.
So crazy. You should tell me all about it.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Dale.
What are you guys doing? Hanging out? You guys like to hang out, right?
Oh, like, because you're lazy.
Holy shit. I live with an asshole and an idiot. I think I will kill myself.
Oh, he's mad.
Hi?
Hey, you must be Nolan.
Yeah.
I'm Andrea.
Miss Andrea?
No, Andrea's my first name. I'm just a teacher. I'm not more important than you. You'll have two teachers. There's me and there's Mrs. Hilderman. You'll be seeing a lot of us.
All right, do I just grab a book or sit down or something?
Yeah, take a seat. You're a little bit early.
Okay. Where is everybody?
This is a small pilot program.
Yeah, but I still don't know how to fly a plane, so.
We're like the guinea pigs. If the class doesn't mess us up too much, they may make a whole school out of this.
Oh, you don't need to raise your hand. You're old enough to know how to interject yourself into a conversation. You're not just another cog in the machinery of education. You're a self-sufficient individual with your own unique take on the world.
So, I was just wondering...
What if he likes raising his hand? You might be attacking his individuality because of what you think conformity is.
I just want to...
Excellent, Tabitha. Sometimes in an effort to make people feel free, we limit them.
I was just wondering...
Andrea told him he didn't have to. He isn't saying he can't.
Yeah, I just...
This is a stupid conversation.
Your stupid conversation. Doesn't feel so great now, does it? You hurt this conversation's feelings, and I want you to apologize.
Alright, I just want to know what we're doing today.
The teacher isn't the holder of all the information, and it's not really my job to impart. Everyone else knows what we're doing here today. Why don't you guys tell them?
We're going to the place that Treaty 4 was signed.
Treaty 4?
It's the beginning of everything. It's just as important as Canada becoming a country.
So if it's so important, what's at the place that the treaty was signed? Like a museum or a statue or something?
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the spot. It's this right here. I want you to look out and think of everything we've learned so far.
The fuck?
Excuse me, playing through, and I come through here, out of the, hey, give me that ball back. That's mine. I'm playing here.
Okay.
You asshole.
Hey, oh!
Oh shit.
Okay, that's it. Just give me a second. Okay. But Constable Goya, aren't you gonna charge them? I mean, they broke half the rules in the clubhouse book.
You're lucky I'm not arresting you. You hit a ball toward a group of students and you took a swing at a minor with a golf iron. The only reason you're not in handcuffs right now is because of how sad your failed attack was. They said he was kind of moving in slow motion.
I could have got him.
Whoa! I'm probably not the person you want to say that to. Also, I don't believe you. I'll tell you what, you apologize to the class and we'll let everything go.
Okay, I'll apologize if they apologize first.
Greg, don't make me reconsider arresting you.
Okay, all right, I'll apologize first. So I just want to apologize.
We accept your apology.
I'm waiting.
For what?
You said if I apologized first, they'd apologize. Okay. Still waiting.
Come on, Greg, let's get you home. Yeah.
All right.
You should show some respect for your elders.
You're one of our elders.
Oh shit.
While I don't feel that I need to be your moral police, I do feel that you guys should write a letter of apology.
Well, like, the treaty says we're supposed to share the land, and they tried to assault us there.
Making fun of a senior because you feel you have the moral high ground is not the same as being legitimately angry.
I'll write a letter.
No, don't. They're in the wrong. They're the bad guys.
Good guy, bad guy mentality is for the comic books. Besides, this program is about reconciliation, not about picking fights. Besides, Tanya can do what she wants.
Yeah, and I can express my opinion that she shouldn't.
And you have.
Maybe there's something else I'd like to say.
What? What else do you want to add?
That our anger is valid, and like, I have the right to be angry, and it's not up to you to be the peace police.
I'm expressing my opinion. How many of your parents or grandparents went to residential school? That you could be angry about. How did you guys react when they told you about what went on in those schools? Nobody wants to share?
Well, they've never told me.
They never talked about the residential schools?
Well, they said that they went, but they never really said anything about it.
Well, you should ask them.
I did.
My grandma just started to cry and my grandpa got really mad at me.
Cindy?
Oh, we don't talk about that in my house.
Tanya?
Well, my grandparents are dead. My mom's parents didn't tell her anything. My dad's parents did, but he's dead too.
So you all know residential school survivors, but none of you know their stories?
Dad, Nolan, Dad. You guys would have liked each other. You guys both have mixed feelings about the Catholic Church and American politics.
What do you do?
He worked at the water treatment plant.
Cool.
Is that what you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know. I just want to be rich and happy. I'd just settle for being rich, though.
So how are you going to make your first million?
Probably the same way I'll make my last.
You could go to the States and sue someone.
Would I have to get run over?
Do you want the money or not?
How'd he...
Crack his fortune cookies? One-handed. Why does everyone want to know how he cracked his fortune cookies? It doesn't really seem to matter. Hey Tanya, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. What are you guys up to?
Nothing, just going out for a rip, bought a couple of Timmies. About it.
I'm here visiting my dead dad's grave. Oh yeah? Yeah, you guys were driving pretty fast. It'd be sad if you guys knocked over his headstone.
We would never.
It made me sad because I never had to murder someone before. And shit, I'd have to murder you. I'd ask around, see where you live, slip something into your lemonade. I don't know, but I'd find a way. But I want you guys to know I'd be very sad about it. See you later, Angela. So, we were talking about fortune cookies, right?
We offer you this tobacco to offer our sincere thanks for telling us your experience in residential schools.
First of all, thank you for having me. I always love to tell my stories, but I was thinking this morning about how my story with residential school didn't start with me. My dad was in residential school. My grandparents were in residential schools. My dad told me the story about his days in residential school, and now I'd like to share that with you. He told me that my grandparents refused to enroll him, so the RCMP came looking for them. They traveled and lived off the grid, always taking back roads, never going into town, because if the white people saw my dad with his parents, they would report them. But my grandfather was smart. He kept his family away from the Indian agents and the RCMP pretty well. But my grandmother missed her sister. Her sister lived on a reserve not too far from here. Back then, you couldn't go to a reserve or leave a reserve without permission from the local Indian agent. So my dad's family had to sneak in. They stayed in the reserve, afraid to leave for days, for weeks. But eventually the Indian agent found out and brought out a fleet of officers. They just ripped my dad and his sister away from the family and threw them in police cars. The last thing my dad saw when they pulled away was them beating on my grandfather till his face was covered in blood. And as he traveled to the train station and took the long journey to the residential school, he wondered, did they kill him? Is my father dead? You know, the first thing they do when you get to residential school is cut your hair to rid you of your culture. But in my dad's culture, you cut your hair when someone close to you dies. So when they cut his hair, he thought, this must mean my father is dead. You know, for months he believed this. And for months he mourned my grandfather. But my grandfather wasn't dead. He was in jail. And as soon as he got out, he went to that residential school and took my dad and his sister back. A priest tried to stop him, but my grandfather laid him out flat. Boy, he sure gave that priest a beating. Incidentally, that was the same priest that abused my dad and his sisters. So my grandfather would take his kids back until he was caught by the police and thrown in jail again. No, they'd keep him in jail for 6 months to a year. But every time he came out, he went back, took his kids back. And that's how my dad spent his years in residential school. Always getting kidnapped, stolen back for years and years. But then came time for me to go to residential school. My father didn't put up the fight my grandfather did. He couldn't. So off I went to the same fate. He knew what I was going to face. He sent me anyway. And that's when he started drinking. But that's another story. Can I please have some water? You know, I always love to share my stories, but it sure takes a toll on me. I can only tell so much before I get depleted again.
We're open to whatever you want to tell us. We just want to learn from you.
Okay, what about next Friday? Are you interested in learning more next Friday? I'll take you to the site of the residential school I went to. You know, they beat us a lot. Boy, did they ever beat us a lot. With their hands, with canes. They even rigged up a baby chair to give you shocks when you sat in it. A kid-sized electric chair. If you talked your own language, they beat you. If you talked back, they beat you. If you cried because they beat you, well, they beat you. Now, they got really frustrated with us because as much as they tried to keep us from being Indian, we couldn't help it. It was who we were. When they got tired of beating us, you see those trees, line of trees over there? There was an underground tunnel there that had rooms that locked from the outside. They'd leave us in there for days. It wasn't crowded like our usual rooms, but boy, it was lonely. My sister would come down in the middle of the night and sing the songs of our people to help me remember. She sure risked a lot in those nights, because if you got caught, you paid for it, and I owe her for that. My shirt would be wet with my tears some nights, and it was those nights, those worst nights, that my sister knew I needed her. And another thing they did was make us run. You see those cliffs back here? The priest would tell us, you boys have to run. Up, out of the valley, along those cliffs, and all the way back again. It was supposed to be punishment, but we loved it. It was one time we were free from this place. We were high above. We got really good at running too. You know, we'd say, oh, please don't make us run. Because they would have never let us do it if they knew we enjoyed it.
These past few weeks with Elder Grant have been amazing, right?
Yeah, I feel like it really changed me.
Me too. I'm glad to hear that. I want you to do an art project based on what you've heard. So it can be any art form. It could be a dance or a drawing. It could be a song. Anything except for a journal entry. I think we've done enough of those.
Can we do it in partners?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Hey, so does it say anything about if the Pope apologized for residential schools?
I'll look it up. It says here he hasn't.
What an asshole. Does it say if he's going to?
It says here that he may come and visit the Indigenous people of Canada sometime, but he won't say sorry.
Oh, lucky us, eh? A visit from Mr. Pointy Hat himself. Oh, you see that picture there? Maybe you should print that out. I'll go get it.
So, what are you thinking?
I don't know, I was just thinking maybe like a painting of the Pope standing there. He has like a broken vase and like a slingshot. The vase will represent our people in the pain, and then the slingshot's him like holding it behind his back, hiding it, trying to cover up his mistakes.
Yeah. Do you even know how to paint?
No. Do you know how to paint?
Ha, no. Look at this. Hey, look, I'm an asshole. Ha. You get your life ruined. You get your life ruined. You get your life ruined. Fuck that guy, man. To the point. Let's do it.
I'm an Indian outlaw, back on battle scar, sitting in the back of my girlfriend, cause the police don't like me. My mama think I'm feisty. Rock like I wanna rock, roll like I wanna roll. Word on the street, I'm an Indian outlaw. Bang like I wanna bang, swag like I wanna sway. Rubber band boys didn't run with it, like a bang. Rock like I wanna rock, roll like I wanna roll. Word on the street, I'm an Indian outlaw. Bang like I wanna bang, swag like I wanna sway. Rubber band boys didn't run.
Guess no one's here. Should go around the back maybe?
Can I help you?
Oh, we made you something.
It's an art piece based on the fact that the Pope hasn't apologized for residential schools.
Oh, I see. What an art piece it is. Must have taken you a long time.
Do we give it to you?
You know what? Yeah, leave it with me. I'll make sure it ends up where it belongs.
You could put it next to the statue of Jesus.
Yeah, residential schools were opened up in his name, weren't they?
Well, you guys seem to know more about it than I do. Probably read most of a Wikipedia page, I bet, huh?
Huh. You know what? Can I actually get your picture? I just got an idea for another art piece.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to this one.
Well, maybe that one will make it up on your mom's fridge. Assuming you have a mom, that is.
Sister Nicole. Okay, I'll take it from here, okay? Do you guys want to go inside?
Sure.
So, why are you guys here?
Well, we want you to tell the Pope to apologize for residential schools.
Okay, this is brand new for me. Okay, and that post you had outside, that's... Okay, you're making your point. Horrible things happen at residential schools. Nobody's denying that. And it's up for the diocese to apologize for that, which they have. The Pope didn't give an edict for those atrocities, so it's not really his job to apologize. Back then, all of Western society didn't respect your guys' culture. They saw it as primitive. And they were wrong, but they had some power, and they didn't know better. That can be a pretty lethal combination sometimes.
Well, they should know better. Like, how could you follow something that could be so wrong?
When the Pope speaks on matters of faith and morality, he's infallible. But residential schools weren't really a matter of morality. They're more administrative.
Oh, what the fuck? Like, not a matter of morality?
Okay, I'm not explaining myself very well. So, the church is infallible. The Pope is infallible. But there's a lot of other people in the middle there that are imperfect. And because of that, they make imperfect decisions. They have free will. Is every priest in the world good? No. Is every nun good? No, they're not. Maybe it's better if I just tell you a story. So when I was at seminary to become a priest, the news broke. It was undeniable proof that hundreds and hundreds of dioceses had covered up for thousands of pedophile priests. And one by one, my classmates start dropping off. There's not really a lot of us left at the end of those months. And I was faced with the decision. What am I going to do? Am I going to take a job in a diocese that has potentially done the unthinkable? Am I going to forsake what I've always believed was my calling? Am I going to take this collar that becomes a scarlet letter to everyone around me that, oh, maybe that guy's a pervert? Is my sister, is she ever going to leave me alone with my niece and my nephew again? Just because of the vocation that I chose.
What did you do?
Well, I thought about it, and I prayed, and I read, and I stayed.
Why?
Because I want to leave the world better than how I found it. And what better place to start than Christ Church?
Well, that wasn't as fun as I thought it would be.
You bought that?
He's a nice guy.
You know what? Nah, I'm still a bit... Fuck him.
Fuck you! My sister was at residential school with me. We were all made to be ashamed of who we were. One day I saw my sister with scrapes all over her arms. I assumed it was punishment from the nuns, but I later found out she was trying to wash the dark skin off her body. She was trying to clean herself white. I didn't see my sister very often, because the boys and the girls were separated. But sometimes the boys would pass the girls in the hallway, and I'd look to my sister and she would look to me. We'd reach out and touch, but the nuns would always hit her on the head like this with their knuckles. And I heard them tell the girls, "You heathens will go to hell for looking at those boys." You know, they were always calling us heathens. And I didn't know what they were accusing my sister of until years later. The next day I didn't see my sister in the hallway. And the day after that, I didn't see her either. So I asked them where she was. They told me to shut up and hit me with a cane. But I wasn't going to learn anything from them. So I started sneaking around. I asked the girls in my sister's class where she was. And they said Father Bauer took her away. They thought maybe she might be at the hospital. But they were just being nice. We all knew you didn't go to the hospital. Either you got better or you died. I knew what age group would have been in the yard when my sister was gone. And they told me Father Bauer took her to his house. I pretended to be sick one day. I even had to make myself throw up, because they won't let you miss Mass for anything else. They have expensive rugs in that church. During Mass, I snuck up to Father Bauer's house. I forgave the Catholic Church. I forgave Canada. I even forgave the nuns and the priests. I had to. But still, I don't know when I'll get over it. You know, I tell myself, next year I'll get over it. I'm getting older, and I don't think I'll ever get over it.
So what's it like living with your aunt?
Oh, she's super chill. It's way different from my house on the res.
How?
Oh, it's just way less crowd, and she's just way more chill.
She doesn't seem that very strict.
Oh, she's not, but...
What? Why, is it embarrassing?
Yeah. This is just a you and me conversation, right?
Of course.
Okay, so one time she says to me, she's like, okay, so you might be having sex soon, you know? And then she showed me where all the condoms were, like it was showing me where the damn toilet paper was, and it's just fucking weird.
That's so funny. They wouldn't have wanted you to use a condom back home?
No, they wouldn't have said nothing. They'd just make me feel bad about it. This one time my cookum lived with us, and oh jeez. She was always kind of like a snappy lady, and she'd make me feel guilty about anything. And this one time I found this porno mag, and I cut out a few of the pictures.
All right, arts and crafts. Go on.
Yeah, and yeah, so I'd keep these pictures in my pocket wherever I went, and so one day she was doing laundry, and I thought I took them out of my pocket, but I couldn't find them, so I was looking everywhere for them. And so I went downstairs, and she just gave me this look. She came up to me, she looked at me, she's like, "You looking for something?" And I was just standing there, I didn't say anything. And then it dragged out for a little bit. She pulled out these pictures, and she called me a heathen pervert. And so then I just kind of broke down. I was so embarrassed and so ashamed. I just started crying, you know? And then she comes up to me, gives me a hug, tells me everything's gonna be okay.
And your auntie's not like that?
No, not at all. This one time she sat me, Lola, and Dale down and told us, she gave us this little presentation on responsible masturbation. Like, she went on, she pulled up a fucking slideshow, and it was about how the exploitation of porn actresses and all that stuff. It was just really weird, you know? It's all that crap she's learning in university.
Well, that's better than my sex talk.
Why? How? Tell me.
Okay, so you have to know, my mom is really big on metaphors. Practically every lecture she's ever given me are these metaphors that she makes up by herself. Well, one day she sits me down and she says to me, "You are like a piñata, beautiful on the outside, but also full of candy on the inside."
She did not.
It gets worse. She says, "It won't be long before many people approach you with their sticks, wanting that special candy that's inside of you, but you get to decide who you give your special candy to. Now don't go giving it to the first person who comes waving his stick around."
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. You know, your special stick friend comes up to you, beats you to death with it, and then all of a sudden, a baby is born.
Ever since then, every time I see a piñata at a birthday party, it just seems like a big old gangbang to me.
Oh my god.
That's horrible.
What do you say? Best friend? Initials on the bridge?
Why do you have that knife?
Because I'm gonna kill myself with it, obviously. Fuck. I'm not suicidal.
Dale told me why you're here.
Yeah, of course he fucking did.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Because it's not true. I didn't try to kill myself.
Dale said your mom found you with a noose around your neck.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
And your brother.
He didn't kill himself. It was an accident.
Why do you think he didn't commit suicide?
I'm done talking about this. You've made up your mind.
Tell me.
1, he wasn't depressed. 2, I saw him almost shoot himself making a suicide joke. And 3, he was holding his phone at the time. He was just into like wicked super like crazy humor and shit like that. And 4, he didn't leave a note. He didn't leave me a note. Like, sorry, I'm just super amped up right now, you know? Sorry.
I believe you.
Really?
Yeah, I just needed to ask some questions first.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm being crazy. Best friend initials?
Sure.
So I snuck up to the priest's house looking for my sister. I couldn't find her. She'd been gone for a long time at this point. Months, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't know what to do. I was a little worried. That's when I saw an area of ground where all these patches were dug up. So there was a shovel right nearby, so I grabbed it and started digging, and right away I hit something. Now, I don't tell people this story very often. It's hard to tell. It was a pathetic grave, really. It was a skull. I thought it was my sister's skull, so I dropped it, and I ran back to the church, and I screamed, "He killed my sister! He murdered my sister!" But I was so stupid to think anybody would help me. The nuns dragged me away, and that's when I saw my sister walking down the steps of the church. She wasn't dead. I thought I might be going crazy. They locked me in solitary confinement for days, but I had a lot of time to think. I remember that skull and how it felt in my hands. It wasn't my sister's skull. It was too small, and it couldn't be my sister's kid because it was too old. It was a baby skull. He'd been doing that for years. So when they finally opened my door, I just bolted. I ran back to the priest's house, grabbed that shovel, and started digging. I didn't care anymore. If the nuns wanted to beat me, well, they could beat me. But they had to do it with evidence in my hands. But when I got to the graves, they were empty. I knew it was hopeless. When I looked into the house, Father Bauer had been watching me the whole time I was digging. He wasn't worried. He was leaning against the wall, sipping his tea. The nuns stopped beating me after that. We were kind of let to do our own thing. They let my sister sit up by the road for hours at a time, waiting for our family to come pick us up. We thought they'd know better than to leave us waiting. But when they found her, I need to tell you this, but I can only tell it to you once, just once. I can't tell it again. When they found her, oh God help me, she had been decapped.
Decapitated?
Yeah. They said it must have been drifters driving by that saw her sitting by the road. But I knew it was Father Bauer. The police didn't even think about checking into Father Bauer's story, because residential school kids died. To them it was normal. Why is Father Bauer's house still there? They tore down the rest of the stuff in the 90s. Us survivors came down and rejoiced when the school finally came down. Finally, this place was gone. I found out years later that Father Bauer had a trap door that led to a basement that had cells in it. That's where my sister was, underneath the priest's floorboards. Most of them never talk about it because it's hard to tell. No one would believe us over a priest back then anyways. And he knew she wasn't going to have it. She was going to bring the whole thing down on his head. So he did it.
Can I?
I suppose.
Hi. I'm Nolan. This is Tanya.
If we could have like 15 minutes of your time, we were wanting to ask you about one of the buildings that are on your land.
What?
Oh, I get it. He thinks that if he lets us in, that we're gonna steal his stuff.
No, that's not true at all.
Did you take my ID as deposit?
Come on in. Mind the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet.
Oh yeah, I was kidding, by the way. People say I have a weird sense of humor.
Oh, that's totally all right. I have the same.
We don't want to take up too much of your time. We know you're busy. You know that old house on Range Road 52? Yeah, a residential school priest used to live there.
Oh, yeah, that's the house my grandfather built. Back in those days when a fella came out, you had to stay the winter over with cattle. And when you did that, then the land was yours. My grandfather, he came out with a cart and a bunch of cattle, and what he did, he flipped the cart over, he put some hay in it, and he went over the winter that way.
That's pretty cool.
You bet it was. When my father was older, he took over the house and he started renting it out to the church. A number of priests lived there, but I wasn't allowed to go around there.
Sounds like a good parental choice.
Would you like to see it? I can show you around. I can show you where my dad grew up.
We want you to tear it down.
What?
After the police investigation.
Yes, of course, after the police investigation.
Wait, what? Did somebody get hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I should have put up a no trespassing sign, but my son still likes to drive around and see the old homesteads. I just thought...
The place is evil, man.
What?
That priest that used to live there?
Yeah?
He raped kids there, sometimes got them pregnant, killed the babies, and sometimes killed them.
No, where are you getting this information?
A survivor.
A what?
A residential school survivor.
Do you have any proof?
Well, he saw bones, and he saw a human skull, and he also heard...
He heard? That's my family history. My father grew up there.
It's not just your history, Rod.
I know, but it's a complex issue. How are we going to tear it down? Who's going to pay for it? Shouldn't we wait to see how valid these claims are, or if the police even find anything?
So do you mind if we go to the police with our tip?
No, not at all.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Oh, hey, no problem. Say, guys, I dug up some fresh potatoes this morning. Washed them off. Would you like to have them?
Really?
Sure.
Yeah. We need to talk to you about a case.
I'm on my lunch.
It's about a murder.
Why didn't they come with you?
Well, there's no way we can put him through telling that story again, and we also promised we wouldn't say who he is.
He, huh? Did he tell you who the suspect was?
A guy named Father Bauer.
Father Bauer? He's probably dead by now, but you never know. Do you know how old he was when the alleged act occurred?
No.
Well, if he was, like, 25 at the time, he'd be... like 91 now? He could be alive. I'll look into it. He died 4 years ago. Here, I dug up an obituary. It's a little too glowing in my opinion.
Well, what do we do now?
There's no one to charge. I can't charge him posthumously.
So he got away with it?
As much as anyone does. I mean, he is dead.
So we find the bones? The priest reburied them somewhere. Gotta be in the area.
If you guys can round up some volunteers, I bet I can round up most of my colleagues to volunteer a Saturday digging around the site. But you gotta have Rock Layson's permission. Did he give it to you?
He will. He's super nice.
I know Rod. Let me talk to him. He won't return my calls.
Well, let's go down there then.
Okay, let's go.
Shotgun.
What? No. It's against policy to give people rides in the front. You guys can ride in the back.
Can we also get handcuffed?
If you want. I only have one set on me, though.
Can you take a picture of me getting arrested with a cigarette in my mouth?
With the cigarette? No. Without the cigarette, maybe.
He didn't even answer the door, and his truck was right there.
Coward. So, what do we do now? How do we open a cold case?
This isn't even a cold case. It's not even a case yet. I mean, there's no one to charge. Your witness won't talk. I've heard of some cases that get pursued even when the perpetrator is dead, but those are extremely high-profile cases.
So this isn't important enough?
I didn't say important. I said high-profile. For this to move forward, for the RCMP to feel the pressure or RAW to feel the pressure, Father Bauer's name would have to become a household name. The only case I've heard of where a dead perpetrator is pursued with tax dollars is Jack the Ripper. You have to make some waves or this case is over.
We're on it.
No, I am not printing your story.
You have to.
Why? Like, you guys come to me with a story about a pedophile baby killer and you have no source to bring me. Why should I run it?
Because at this point it sounds like you're just being scared.
Scared? Come on, it's just bad journalism to try to do a story with no source, let alone two. You need to be able to cross-reference. I can't do that. I'd get fired. You say you have a source, and you didn't bring him here. How old is the guy?
I don't know, like 80?
He's really old.
Well, my grandfather in his later years claimed he invented Bugs Bunny. They just say stuff when they're old. Can't trust it.
Fine. We don't need you anyways. We'll just spread the word ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, print media's dying, by the way.
Thank you for the memo.
I read an article online about it.
Uh-huh.
About print media dying.
You can go now.
Does print media write articles about online media dying?
You know, you can go now.
I'm making fun of your job because you called my friend an unreliable witness. That's whack.
Bye now.
Have fun with your newsletter.
Okay, done. What do you guys think? You can open up the docs now.
How to Get Away with Murder. The Unpunished Crimes of Father Bauer. I liked how he crossed out father.
This is really badass.
Huh. You don't pull any punches, do you?
Where are you putting this?
On Facebook. Hey, we got like 30 shares on Facebook.
Awesome!
That's great, man.
Hey, 54 shares.
60 shares.
Say a word. That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Then we got like 70 shares on Facebook.
I know. I'm one of them.
Nice.
So no other outlets have picked up the story yet?
Nope.
Well, I have a cousin who's an editor at the HuffPost. We don't get along, but... she hates me, actually. But I'll give you her cell number. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I remember that story. The CBC picked it up first. We were gonna do a story on it, actually, but that was the day that Trump said maybe bestiality and polygamy shouldn't be illegal, so we were pretty swamped that day.
Well, Trump hasn't said anything crazy today. Could you do the story now?
That news cycle is over. That's the most you're gonna get out of that story.
News cycle?
I'm sorry. It should have been a bigger story, but like I said, Trump was crazy that day. Man, he was like, I'm the only politician talking about bestiality. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
I don't really care about that stuff.
That's fair. I don't know if I do either.
Wait, then why do you... You know, never mind. It just really pisses me off that Grant and his sister couldn't get any justice.
Maybe not here on Earth.
Priests automatically go to heaven, right? As long as they do confession?
They break the damn system.
I just really wish there was something we could do, but we don't have any options. When are we seeing him again?
He canceled again.
How many times has he canceled now?
5 or 6.
Did Grant ghost us?
We really need to go check on him. This is something that we gotta do on our own.
Yeah, of course.
Should we go get everybody?
He's not home.
He is. He's just ignoring us.
What are we supposed to do, break in?
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I'm out.
Me too.
He's old. He has to have a key somewhere.
It's open.
When I was in my 20s, I moved up north. I lived off the land like my ancestors. I fished, I trapped, I even sold blankets made from hide for what little money I needed. I did it for 2 whole years. It was amazing. I had this little boat with a pull motor, but the end of the pull cord was gone and had been replaced with a broken wrench. It had a sharp edge on it. When I tried to start the motor and I pulled, I cut myself across the stomach. I quickly caught my wound to keep it from opening up, but the motor hadn't started. I had to keep my hand on my wound, so I couldn't start the motor. That's when I got out a paddle, and with one hand on a paddle and the other one holding my guts in where they belonged, I eventually made it to shore. I looked for help, but there was no one around. So I drove myself to the hospital. Now, if that's not a will to live, I don't know what is. But 5 years later, I tried to kill myself. You can only be strong for so long, and there's only so much you can give. I gave all I had. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Father Bauer is dead.
I figured he would be sooner or later, but I'll get no joy out of it if that's what you're thinking.
We asked the farmer to tear down Father Bauer's house.
But he said no.
He said no.
Well, the symbol of my suffering is still the symbol of his family's success. My existence, my life, is proof that their God is not as great, their country isn't as free, their history is not as bright. How can they kneel in that church when they know the reason it's put there? How can they sing "O Canada" when they know all they're standing on guard for? Oh, I'm tired, if you excuse me. I have to go to bed.
What are you doing?
Gonna clean up a bit.
So I got this one app, and it's where you can caption classic paintings. If you could name this painting, what would you name it?
Greg's classic party trick.
What they did before Facebook pokes?
Older brothers are the worst.
This blind guy thinks that this is a vagina.
Isn't that Jesus?
Oh yeah, we're totally going to hell for this.
He put on 500 shirts that day.
My wife left me because she needed a shoulder to cry on.
Woody Harrelson's really let himself go.
I eat babies. Shh, baby bones.
Okay, you're sick.
Please, if there was ever a baby eater in the world, it'd be her.
Yeah, her bumper sticker on her carriage says, "I'd rather be eating babies." Even when she was a baby, she wanted to eat herself.
She sucked her thumb for the taste. When she says to children, "You're so cute, I can eat you up," she means it.
Her favorite restaurant is the orphanage. We made you some supper.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I was wondering, could I use your computer to check Facebook?
Sure.
Thank you.
The password's Angel. It's my daughter's name.
Ten messages popular.
Yeah, sometimes I miss them. They usually get buried by newer messages and whatnot.
You know, if you click right there, you can read all of them.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Nolan, where are you going?
What is that?
It's a decoder. We did these in like 5th grade. Oh no. Shit! Shit, shit, shit!
Hello?
Officer Goya? Nolan is gonna kill himself.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where are you? I'm coming right now.
This is gospel.
Got my snapback, you can't have that. Why they act hard, they don't want more. Lulu on the beat, I'm a vibe and smoke weed. Peace, love, enemies, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. You should've never heated the kettle, but now we got some shit that's gotta be settled. But I know he doesn't want beef with me, so I just rap on instrumentals. My brother came right up to me, I knew nobody wanna be. He said no one will catch us lacking, cause he showed me he was packing. Smoking, getting lit, I've been back all on my shit. They can't do it like I did, making beats will freeze them kids. Yeah, my girl's my only type, cause I know we love to vibe. My years coming, getting high, I hope I live a better life. Rapping, smoking Wonder Woman, when I'm on there, y'all be looking. I pray my mom's doing better. I wish I could say I never ever touched them fucking drugs. I just want your fucking love. I'm just trying to count some checks. I'm just trying to do my best.
Keep this on you. You should always have some fire on you.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Got my snapback, you can't have that. Why they act hard, they don't want more. Lulu on the beat, I'm a vibe and smoke weed. Peace, love, enemies, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. You should've never heated the kettle, but now we got some shit that's gotta be settled. But I know he doesn't want beef with me, so I just rap on instrumentals. My brother came right up to me, I knew nobody wanna be. He said no one will catch us lacking, cause he showed me he was packing. Snapback, you can't have that. Why they act hard, they don't want more. Lulu on the beat, I'm a vibe and smoke weed. Peace, love, enemies, I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Did you guys see what Trump's did today? It's crazy.
When the drums echo across the plains, you know the season has changed. Now the campfires are burning bright, far away from the city lights. Hear the young ones laughing as they play, and Grandpa speaks a language as he prays for all good things to last forever. Sweet grass burns as he thanks the Creator. We're natives of the plains. We sing and dance for rain. But once upon a time we traveled free and wide, slept on buffalo hide. So when Grandpa told a story, it made me proud again to be a native of the plains. He said back when winters were cold and long, our hearts still beat proud and strong. In a circle we would sit and tell stories of how the enemy fell. But when the flowers came, we'd be dancing once again, happy that we made it through. Just when our food is getting low, we're natives of the plains. We sing and dance for rain. And once upon a time we traveled free and wide, slept on buffalo hide. So when Grandpa told a story, it made me proud again to be a native of the plains. Well, one sad day Grandpa was gone, but the memory I carry around. And in my dreams he always says, please don't lose your native ways. 'Cause we're natives of the plains. We sing and dance for rain. And once upon a time we traveled free and wide, slept on buffalo hide. So when Grandpa told a story, it made me proud again to be a native of the plains.